You see me?
I can. Hi, Jennifer. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
You're a bit of a pro at these videos.
Uh,
I've
I
seen,
don't know about that.
I found one or two on YouTube.
Oh, you did? Oh, geez. You checked out my YouTube channel, huh?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I
Yeah.
actually came across your FutureNet video before we met in the group.
Oh, okay.
Great to have.
Yeah. I need to do more. I don't know. I struggle with the time. I don't have a lot of quiet space in my house.
Yeah,
Like, I don't have a room that has a door. Um, like my office, it's like wide open.
yeah,
Um, so I have to do it, like, when everybody's asleep or something like that.
yeah. Well, I used to be the same. I used to try and put it off for any. I'll be, oh yeah, I'll do anything else before I make a video. But that's why I started this show. I'll put it on someone else, then I have to turn up.
Yeah, right,
But
right.
that's the only way I've ever found I've ever done anything is if
Yeah,
I physically say it to someone like I'm gonna do that. Then yeah,
yeah, yes,
well,
yes.
physically. Yeah, but I know it's is it I'm not sure the time is it still New Year's Eve where you are?
Yes,
Yeah. Well, happy New Year to you.
yeah. So it's still
Oh,
it's what?
um
It's evening there?
yeah. I'll,
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I'll be lucky if I'm awake for the bells. I'll be very.
Right.
I'm coming off some night shifts. Um,
Okay.
so it's going to be a pizza and gaming night with Ashley, and if I fall asleep, I fall asleep.
Yeah, right, right.
But I don't. Do you get nervous before you do these?
I do. Yep. Well, when I'm talking with somebody, I don't get as nervous, but if I'm by myself, that's when I get really nervous.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
I
don't know why, but
I used to wear like the same T-shirt in all my videos because I had like
yeah.
five of them, and I'd have to pause and change my T-shirt because I'd be sweating like with fear. And I don't know why. Like no one could see me doing it.
Well, I'll tell you, when I first started doing videos, oh my God, I would sweat like crazy too. And my voice would be so like stuttery because I would be so afraid. Like, what am I afraid of?
But that's well, I'm hoping that's what the show will help people with. Um,
Yeah,
kind of forget that they're on video and
right. Yeah. And I mean, I know that the more you do it, the easier it gets. I mean, you still get nervous, but not nearly as nervous as when you first start.
yeah. But
Yeah.
I still remember the first hangout that I jumped on like as one of the guest hosts.
Yeah.
It was terrible. There was there was me, Mark, Mark Crosby,
Yeah.
and his partner at the time, Steve Dordill, and there was somewhere along the line their audio just completely just stopped. So I was passing messages in between both, and but like I didn't want to be rude and cutting people off. And
Right.
so like Mark is giving it his like kind of sales pitch, and halfway through it, Steve was shouting, "Hey, what's he saying? What's going on?" Like, oh, just a second. It was so bizarre, but it was everyone loved it because it
Yeah.
was funny. But I was dying. I didn't like
Right. Right.
that put me off of it for a long time. But you can't be afraid. You have to just keep going.
Yep, you do. So this Google Hangouts, are you able to do this live or is it just being
Yeah.
recorded?
You can do it live. What I do is I set it up in the events in YouTube, and I put it
Okay.
to private, and then no one else can see it.
Oh,
And then
got it.
I'll take it down. I'll do the edit and then re-upload.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I haven't used Google Hangouts before. I use Zoom usually
Yeah.
and just record there that way. Um, yeah, and my YouTube videos, I mean, I have like just a software I use to do my recordings and then I upload them to YouTube. But I've never done like a live YouTube or anything like that.
Yeah. Live
Yeah.
scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, I don't know about the YouTube live.
but no, but you can use the same feature and just put it to private, and then you can take it
Okay.
down, edit it whatever way you want, and re.
Okay. Okay.
But I'm
Cool.
going to do a little mini. I know everyone knows how to set up a YouTube channel, but I've found through this that not everyone does. So I'm going to make a little mini series just so
Yeah.
because I like to be helpful and uh,
Right.
every little bit. It's like if you started today, you know more than someone who's going to start tomorrow.
Yep.
People forget that. They go, "Oh no, I don't know
Yep.
how to make a video." You always know something. You can always help someone.
Yeah. Right. Right.
So
Yeah, and I gotta remember that too because it's just like, okay, what should I talk about? But it's just like I've been doing well, I mean, I learn little bits here and there you know, and I have to remember that's something I could teach somebody else. You know what I mean?
yeah, I
Yeah.
think what happens is you become so used to doing it that you
Yeah.
presume everyone else can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Right.
Do you have your own Facebook group or anything that you look after your teams in, or
Yeah, I have my own Facebook group. And I haven't, you know, I need to be better at providing them information. Um, but yeah, I haven't been doing that much either. I've been, here and there providing them some information, but um, I want to be more consistent. Consistency is my issue.
yeah? Well, that's my big goal for 2019.
Yeah.
And it's actually I started a lot of mine in December because I knew if you have to wait till January, you're just going
Mhm.
to put it off.
Mhm.
Once you decide what you want, I think you should just start immediately.
Right. Yep. Yep.
But I have my own little group, but I find like I'll post in there like a lot of information, and I try and encourage people to ask questions there because some people are a bit shy,
Yeah.
and won't ask, so at least everyone gets the information. But everyone still just PMs me, and you're kind of going, oh, the best way to get me is in the group. It's the quickest way to get me.
Right. So what kinds of information or what is your focus? Like what are you focusing to train people in your group?
Mainly just to try and stay plugged in, because a lot of the questions you
Yeah.
get can be pretty basic.
Yep.
You know, you someone's been a part of the company for 2 years, and they're still not 100% on maybe the comp plan or like or even like why is this happening? And it's like, well, this is very common knowledge, and sometimes it is just um it's something that I wouldn't even think of because I know it.
Hmm.
'Cause I watch all the like weekly webinars and all that.
Yeah.
I'll share all those with the group,
Yeah.
or if there's any kind of news, anything like that, I'll get it in the group. But then
Yep.
from time to time, obviously I share personal stuff. I
Yep.
encourage them like if I can do this, there's no question you can.
Yep.
Like I came to working online late in life. Um, like I wasn't a tech savvy kind of guy.
Hmm.
But there's nothing you can't teach yourself, and there's nothing
Hmm.
you really want something you're going to push. First time ever, I think we froze. Are you there?
Yep. I'm here.
Oh, sorry, everything just froze. I was like, oh no.
Yeah. I don't know if it's my side or what. Sometimes that happens.
No, no, it's fine. That's the beauty of editing. We can take that out.
Oh, oh, true. Very true.
So I never worry. That's I don't know. One of the first guests I had on was this guy called Colin, and we jumped on and we chatted for about maybe 3 or 4 minutes before we started, and he was up the wall with nerves. And I was like, look, it's only me and you. I was like, we're
Yeah.
just talking. I was
Yeah.
like, and then afterwards there'll be a video. And he was
Yeah.
like, okay. He didn't calm down after a while.
Right.
But I didn't worry so much with you coming on because well, I've seen your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Um, you're not exactly a stranger to video. I'm sure obviously the nerves are always there.
Yep.
But I wanted to ask you what kind of pushed you to work online.
Well, um, gosh, it really kind of goes way back. I mean, I've been really struggling in the corporate world. Um, I'm a jumper. Like I jump from job to job to job to job.
Right.
And I never knew why. Like, I I could not sit still. Like, I thought it was the job. Like, I wasn't satisfied with what I was doing, so I'm like, I need to do something else, and I just kept switching companies and jobs. And I mean, I'm in a really great job. I make really good money, but I'm not happy with what I'm doing.
Yeah,
I'm just like, and I get antsy, and I always want to make more money, you know, and it's just like, it's not enough. It's not enough. I want more.
yeah,
And I should be happy with I should be very thankful I have a job, and I am thankful, and but it's just not self-satisfying.
yeah. Well, I
And
know, for me, I'd rather be happy and make less, or at least
yeah,
and make that little bit less. And that, obviously, now I make less online than I do in well, it's actually very close. It's coming close to matching, but I get a lot more kick out of working online than I do going to Dublin Airport.
right, right. And that was my thing too, is like, it's not that I necessarily wanted to make more money. I mean, I do, but I just wasn't happy with, sitting at a desk all day long, doing mundane work, and it was just not satisfying to me anymore. And I was looking for kind of a side job because I got into some debt, and what, like a lot of us do.
Yeah.
And I was looking for part-time work, and my first kind of well, I've been dabbling in previously I was dabbling in direct marketing. So selling, products. Um, I was in like a company called Sensi, selling their wax or whatever. And I'm like, I hated doing home parties and all that
So
stuff.
that was it, like a door to door thing, was it?
It wasn't necessarily door to door, but it was like home parties. So you would set up a home party, and you would go there and show your products and do a presentation in front of people. And I just hated that. I
Yeah,
hated doing home parties. And I'm like, oh God. And, I have two kids. Well, back then they were younger, and I'm like, there's got to be something I can do online at home, working from home. And I'm like, I'm smart. I know I can do something.
yeah.
And so I I happened to get an email from an online marketer, and it was actually, at the time I didn't realize what company it was with. But have you ever heard of MLSP?
No, I can't say I have.
Okay, they're a big network marketing company, and you know, it, when you fill out your information, your name and email address and the capture page or whatever, then you start getting all these videos, and it just kind of leads you down this path.
Yeah,
And I started getting more interested in what, they were saying and what they were doing, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh." And then I started getting really excited.
yeah. 'Cause you start to wonder if it's real for a while.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I waited a long time. It was 3 months, maybe 4 months before I
Yeah.
actually got involved. And every night I was going, there's no way these
Yeah.
guys are making videos and
Yeah.
they keep turning up. There has to be something there.
Yeah. Yeah. And so anyways, that just kind of led me into kind of, some things. I mean, I jumped around a lot to trying a lot of different companies. I really wasn't sure what I wanted to do. Like, I don't have a specific passion for, like some people are really into fitness or health products or whatnot. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. Like, um, like what I had to really kind of dig deep and figure out what I was good at. What am I really good at? And what can I do for people? Or what was I passionate about? and I'm still trying to figure that out,
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I got into cryptocurrency back in 2017, and now that changed after I was in this one company. I'm sure many people were in this same company, and it fell apart.
It's okay to say company names, just
Yeah.
in case.
Um, I mean, I was in, USI Tech for, and I did really well. I got to making a significant amount of money in that company, and then it just really crushed me when it fell apart,
Yeah.
in 2018 January. And I kind of felt lost, like I built this big, huge team. I had over 300 people,
Wow.
on my team. And I had like over 700 packages or whatever. And I was doing really well. And then it just crushed me to start over again. And I just, well, and last year I got married too. So it was just kind of like, I took my focus off of marketing for a little bit. I mean, I was still dabbling in some things, trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And funny thing is I did actually join FutureNet in January um, 2018, or this year, January this year. But I really didn't do anything with it. Um, I had shared the opportunity with a few people. Like it was probably about 5 people I shared the opportunity with. And the crazy thing is I registered, but I didn't do anything. I didn't, buy any ad packs, or I didn't even know what the company was about.
Yeah.
Um, and then I get this message from one of the guys that I sponsored in May. It was like end of May. And he's like, "Oh my God, thank you for introducing me to FutureNet." And he showed me his commissions, and I'm like, "What?" I'm
What?
like, "Where is that coming from?" And he's like, "This is the greatest company." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
It really
And
is.
so I'm like, "What?" I'm like, so I had no idea what I was missing. I had this guy on my team who had started building his team and making all these commissions, and I didn't do anything, and I was missing out on all these commissions I didn't even know about. And I'm like, "Oh my gosh." So in May, end of May, that's when I bought my first 2 ad packs, and it just kinda went from there. But but yeah, it was hard too because I was trying to focus on my wedding and all of that, and stuff. So,
And what does Mr. Jackson think of you working online?
well, after USI Tech, he, you know, is very, and he's kind of back and forth. I don't know. But right now, he doesn't really ask me what I'm doing, and I don't really tell him what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So
There's a lot of couples that are like that because obviously the person who's doing it really believes in what they're doing.
yeah,
Sometimes the partner doesn't really understand.
yeah. And he knew what I was doing in USI Tech. And I mean, he knows that I'm working online and I'm doing stuff online, but he doesn't ask me any questions. He just lets me do whatever my thing.
Happy wife, happy
And
life.
yeah. And so, um, but I mean, he saw the money coming in, with USI Tech, and then he knew what happened after it fell apart. And so he was kind of really like upset about that, and he's like, "I'm done,"
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Well, I believe in network marketing. I believe in, you know, making money online. And I know that, we can make this happen. I can make this happen. And I am making it happen. It's a slow process, but it's happening, and I'm just having to build build things up again. I was able to do it with USI Tech. I can do it, with another company.
But if you've done it,
So,
you can 100% do it again.
yeah, absolutely. So I have to just get out there again. And like I said, I was really involved with my wedding, so I didn't really do a whole lot. But now I'm really focused on um, getting things set up and being more consistent. And that's really the thing, is just being more consistent and um, helping people.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Well, people helping people is 100% what it's about.
Yep. Absolutely. Yep.
As I think I'm actually known for talking more people out of things than for signing them up. You speak to someone and you try to understand kind of not their pain points, but like you get a sense if they're actually going to do anything or not. And 9 times out of ten, I'll be like, "Listen, pal, you're gonna waste $1,000. Don't if you're not gonna really go for it, don't bother because it's not worth the commission. You know, to
Right.
because you don't know if that person's going to borrow the money to start or so
Yeah.
if someone starts asking me questions, I usually jump on a call with them, and after a few minutes, you get a sense whether it's something they really want or they're just looking for that fast money. And
Yeah.
for me, if they're looking for fast money, I'll not that I'll turn them away because obviously
Right.
everyone can find links on YouTube and Facebook,
Right.
but
Right.
as advice, I'd be like, this isn't for you.
Right.
You know,
Right. Have you ever gotten anybody who um, has gotten, I suppose, I mean, with your approach, maybe it's not so bad, but have you ever gotten anybody who kind of was upset with what you said, or
no,
no? Yeah.
but
I
I'm quite I'm told I'm very diplomatic though.
yeah. Yeah.
Maybe that's it. I deal a lot with the public, so I'm used to a little bit of give and take.
Right. Right. Yeah. I mean, I get that too. Like, I feel like a lot of people, they say that they trust me a lot. And I'm just being me, just like you're being you.
Yeah,
And that's really what it is, you have to just be yourself. Don't be somebody you're not.
yeah. Well, I think a lot of it comes down to honesty.
Honesty, absolutely.
I've never been. I do know guys that do it, but they'll rent a flash car for the weekend and they'll take all the pictures they can and
Yeah,
to appear like they're making huge.
right.
I'd rather be honest and say, hey,
Yep,
this month I made $800. That paid my car tax. It took care of my, whatever bill. I'm so happy.
yeah, yeah,
Or treated Ashley to something because
yep,
that's real.
yep,
you know. And I think
yep,
people see when you're trying that fake stuff, people see through it.
yep,
And I know
yep,
if I seen a post from someone saying, "Hey, I'm not where I want to be, but this week I made $50," I will
yeah,
follow the person. I will like their posts, and I'll try and push them on a little bit because that's real. It's honest.
yeah, right, right,
Um,
yep.
but yeah,
Yeah, I think that goes a long way, being honest. And it does. And I do feel that people see through you if you're not, and I mean, I can tell right away if people are just trying to get you for their money, or
yeah,
um and stuff. So I think people definitely appreciate honesty, for sure.
yeah. Well, there's a thing as well about like I know some people will only help their own team.
Yeah,
I see the point in that. You know,
yeah,
if there's to me if there is sponsors like that out there,
yeah,
uh, I can help their guys because they're not getting support.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future they'll work with me, maybe not. But it all comes down to having that reputation as a helpful person,
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah,
something as simple
because
as, why don't you just jump into my Facebook group? You'll see all the updates, you'll get all the news. It's small things add up.
right, right. Yeah, like my Facebook group, it's open to everybody, you know. I don't discriminate.
Yeah,
I mean, there's certain things though, like I guess if I have something that I'm trying to think of, there was something that I was doing which would really only benefit my team because it didn't benefit um, the others. But I'm trying to remember what it was. I can't remember. Um,
same. I'd have like, to be honest, if I make a mistake, like in one of my videos or something, like a few weeks ago when I made the thumbnail, I never checked because I use a thing called Paint, where it's just layers, so you can make them kind of really fast. But I never changed the hashtag, so the number was wrong. So when I posted it, I said the first person to realize it, I'll give away a $10 FutureNet code. And but in my group, it was like for my members only. Sorry, but I wanted to give it to my team. Um, but everything else is all the information and the help is always there for everyone.
yeah, I think it was something similar to that. It was
Yeah,
something similar to that. Like I think I did a contest or something like that, and I said, "Sorry, this is only for my team members," and I
yeah.
don't know. I
But
can't remember
people
exactly.
understand that
Yeah,
because you want to support the people that have supported you.
right, right. And I was trying to encourage my team members, you know. Um,
Hello, Mr. Jackson.
he said hello.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're wearing headphones.
Yeah.
He's sneaking out.
Yeah. He just got home from work. He works nights too.
I feel his pain big time.
Yeah. He's just hating it.
Yeah,
So so
they
I'm
just
like, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing, so I can, get you out of that.
night shifts ruin your body. Honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, but you're dead right. A year or two really focused at a company like FutureNet, and you can change an awful lot in your life.
Yeah. Yep. Well, my sponsor, do you know my sponsor, Michelle Young?
I do.
Okay. Yeah.
She's very
She's the one who actually told me about FutureNet. God, she told me about FutureNet when she first started. And it was crazy because we were in the same opportunity before she joined FutureNet, and we were both just kind of not getting anywhere with it. And then Steve Lawson had introduced her to FutureNet, and then she was telling me about it. And I was just not like getting it or into it. And I'm like, okay, okay, and I would keep seeing her, her posts and things like that. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it this time. I swear it was like, it took me 2 years, 2 years later for me to finally join. But this was after she was able to quit her job. She was able to quit her job and retire from her job because of FutureNet. And so I'm like, "Oh my god, if I would have just started when she did
yeah.
2
I
years
said
ago."
I'm going to try and have Michelle on and Steve. Well, I put up like a Christmas post. So when
Yeah.
Austin replied, I was like, hey, I'd love to have you on the show. And he was
Yeah.
like, yeah, catch up anytime. Because I'd like to get some bigger guys on as well.
Yep, yep,
Inspire others. If these guys can do this, you can as well.
absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
Michelle's posts are great. I've
Yep,
followed for a long time.
yep, yep.
But you've a good sponsor.
Yes, yes, I do. She's very helpful and very responsive, and, if she doesn't know the answer, she will find the answer for you, and so she is very helpful,
Yeah.
definitely.
And that makes a big difference when you feel supported.
Yep, absolutely.
So I know, like, when some people come to me with questions, they're like, my sponsors just disappeared. They don't answer emails. They don't answer, the
Yes.
or even some people simply retire, and then that's it. Like, I know a guy who would be upline to my sponsor,
Yeah.
and he got bored of online marketing, and he doesn't do it anymore. So I always wonder, well, where does his team go if they need help?
If right, right.
You know, but that
Yeah,
happens. Gonna happen.
yeah. I know I had joined, a company, well, couple companies, and that just kind of happened to me too. Like, I mean, I even paid a lot of money, and it's just like, okay, I paid a lot of money for this, and those, and it it's just like, why wouldn't they be there to help you, knowing that month you're getting paid because of them?
Mm, yeah,
You know what I mean? They wouldn't be where they are without you.
yeah. That's
So,
I never call people leads or signups. They're always business partners.
mhm,
You're all building the same business.
right. I
Um,
mean, it just makes sense,
yeah,
you know, for you to help them because you're right. If they succeed, you succeed. And why wouldn't you want to help them succeed?
100%. I've been extremely lucky. And Mark Crosby is my sponsor, and I've worked with him from day one.
Yeah.
I'm sure I wrecked his head in the beginning because I like to know that the little things. I'm like, well, I understand that that's how it works, but how does it work? When what's happening behind the scenes? Like,
Right. But
um,
he probably appreciated all the questions because he knew you were serious. When people ask questions, that's when they know, you know,
yeah, yeah,
that's that's when they know you're serious.
yeah. And I'll be honest. At the time, I wouldn't have been worth a lot of commission. Like, I had to save up a few weeks before I could buy my first ad pack. I literally had no money. Um, I was broke, but I was very enthusiastic, and I wanted to learn, and I wanted to know.
Yep.
But what happened was, I would, if I had a day off, I would sit in the Yellow Brick Road group, and I'd watch the questions coming in, and I'd go and try and figure it out, and I try and, okay, well, I think this is how it goes. And if they didn't know, I'd make a little video and just send them the video. And after doing that for a couple of weeks, Mark mailed me and was like, "Listen, like, you're here every day. You might as well be an admin." And I was like, "I don't know what that is, but yeah, cool. I'll do that." And it kind of just took off from there. It's just, you just keep turning up, keep helping, and good things happen.
Nice. That's awesome. That's good. That's
Yeah,
great.
so far,
Yeah.
so. it,
Yeah.
oh well, I'm sure your husband knows. I'm sure if he really understood the online stuff, he might give it a go too, because anything is better than working nights.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I try to, but I don't know. It's hard to get him to understand. But
But maybe he'll watch this because it's not really a marketing kind of deal. It's just a conversation.
yeah, for
So he
sure.
might watch this and maybe encourage you. I'll encourage him to encourage you a little bit more.
There you go.
And yeah,
Yeah, maybe you should have a conversation with him. That would probably
yeah.
help.
I don't know if I'm very persuasive, but
You are. You
uh,
are. Yeah, you are. You
you are
are. You are.
just honest, just honest.
Yeah. And I think that's all it takes. I don't feel like I'm a persuasive person either, like a salesy person. I'm not like that. But I think just providing honesty and kind of your story. Like, I mean, you work nights, he can relate to that,
Yeah,
where you started. I think it's all about your story. And if
yeah.
they can relate to your story,
I shied away from my story for probably the first year I was online, because in my mind it was such a negative thing, and I had to make that switch. We're going like, well, this is why I am
Yeah.
you now. It's I used
Ab
to turn the negative into something really positive. That actually,
right. And you should actually tell your story more because people will be able to relate with you. You'll be surprised at how many people will be able to relate with you, even though it's not like specific. Like, I mean, you work nights, or I mean, but just by you stating kind of where you started and where you are now and how you got there. I mean, I just really think stories, everybody has a story, and I love hearing where people started and where they are now. And I just think it's very inspirational, you
yeah,
know.
it's one of the reasons why I like doing this show, because you, every week I get to hear someone else's story.
Yeah.
You kind of really get to know some. I don't spend too much. If I'm on Facebook, I'm normally in the groups.
Yep.
I don't really, well, I try to post enough that people still know I'm there.
Mhm.
But no one really talks on Facebook. They just,
Mhm.
it's a business post, and someone will say, have a great day or whatever. You don't know who people are, so that's why I'm really enjoying these shows. And actually,
Yeah.
get like a look at someone's real self rather
Right.
than what they show on. I call like Facebook is a bit like a stage.
Yeah.
You only show people what you want them to see.
Right.
It's nice to get a little glimpse in behind that.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird because in the last, I don't know, 6 months or something, it seems like Facebook changed. I mean, all I see now are just like inspirational posts and like no like real value
Yeah,
coming out. And people are very, I mean, people are trying to be inspirational, which I understand that. That's totally fine. But um, I don't know.
but I think, well, I think people get um bored of it. Maybe bored is the wrong word.
Yes.
Because every all people are really doing is taking a picture from Instagram and putting it on Facebook. It's
Right.
and anyone can
It's
do
not
that.
really building relationships.
No, no.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it comes back to me thinking about that guy that said, "Oh, I made $50 this month." That will motivate me more than someone's meme. You know,
Yeah. Right.
um,
Right.
I'm like, fair play to it. He did it. I'm doing it. Anyone else
Right.
can, and
Right.
that keeps you going.
Right.
But I've been known to get a little bit emotional from time to time. You get those kind of penny drop moments,
Yes.
and because I remember like all those feelings I had before starting online and before having that little bit of success,
Yep.
when everything was scary, and
Hmm.
you go, Jesus, I've come a long way. But
Yeah.
it's important to thank the people that have helped you get there. I think.
Right. Right. Most
But yeah,
definitely.
I try not to cry in front of people, but sometimes it just happens.
Yeah.
You're trying to be a tough guy, "Hey, look at me,"
Yeah.
but no, I'm not. I'm a bloody softie. Can't even hide it.
That's all right. That's, your true you. And um, I think people relate to that too, you know. I mean, when I saw that video, it's just like it's very touching, to see that, and it just brings you to reality that this guy came from you know not so much to, I mean, filling the uh, Christmas tree with presents,
Yeah.
that's an amazing story.
Yeah. Well, I hadn't planned on that video becoming what it became. I literally just because sometimes you run behind time, and I feel bad if I don't answer a mail or I don't a comment or something. So I was like, it's Christmas Eve. I'll just make a very quick video. Wish everyone Merry Christmas. Thanks very much. I love my team type of thing. And then, but that's what it became. I went off
And
on a little ramble.
yeah, Well, you were in the moment, and that's just kind of where it went. And actually, those are probably the best videos, those videos that are just kind of spur of the moment and you just kind of say what's on your mind, and those are the real videos. Those are because it wasn't planned. It was just something, you know,
That's
um
I got a message from a very well known marketer, and he was like, "I seen your video. He's like, you need to get that on YouTube." And I was like, "No." I was like, "It wasn't meant
it
for that."
wasn't meant for that. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Yeah.
"No, but it'll do so well. I don't care. It wasn't for
Yeah.
that."
Right.
No,
Right.
no. But that's it.
Yeah.
Comes back to being honest and a bit of integrity, I guess.
Yeah. Definitely. Yep.
So, but that's enough about. We shouldn't be talking about me. We're here for you. Like, what's obviously it's we're recording this on New Year's Eve. It's going to go out next Monday. So, what are your kind of thoughts on 2019, or where do you want to get yourself?
Well, I want to help my team more. I mean, I actually don't have a big team. Like my direct downline isn't very big, and but I do have some team members that are just kind of starting out, and I want to kind of just really focus on them and helping them, because if I help them, then they're going to be able to help their team members and so forth. And then, I mean, I definitely want to expand myself too, and get a really. I want to become more focused and more consistent, like I had mentioned, and um, be more helpful, do more videos, and I don't know, yeah, just be more helpful in my group, you know? Um,
Sure, you will. You
yeah,
do seem like the type of person that once they fixate on something, that you will go for it.
yeah, definitely. I do. I
Mm,
do. And once I, yeah, once I have my mind set on something, I will see it through, you know,
yeah, yeah,
for sure.
100%. You can see that, and especially obviously you've proven it to yourself before, so there's no question in your mind that, because I think that's what holds people back. It's that question of, can I really do it, or
Mhm.
what are other people going to think?
Mhm.
Once you get rid of those,
Mhm.
like, there's nothing that can stop you.
Right. Yep.
You've already nailed it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I
That was a
it
glimmer of
was
doubt there.
yeah.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
You already know the recipe.
And it's funny because people are telling me you should do more YouTube videos, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's holding me back, but that's something I have to overcome. I have to just be consistent and do at least one a week or something like that.
Yeah. Well, that's a good goal to have. Like, one, I'm sure you can find 10 minutes somewhere in the week.
Right.
But
Yep.
I'm subscribed, so I'm going to be waiting and watching.
Oh, you are? Okay. Great.
Yeah. I subscribe to all my guests
Okay. Awesome.
because I want to be able to check up. No, did they make any more videos? Go ahead.
Right.
Then you're going to start getting PMs from me. Hey, no video in a month. What are you doing?
Oh boy. Now I got to do it. You're going to hold me accountable.
Well, no, I'm not really that bad. I wouldn't. I wouldn't start messaging
I got
people.
to think that. I got to think that.
Yeah, yeah. Let's usually going to plant the seed. What if he does message me? What am I going to say?
Right. Exactly.
That's awful. I actually don't like putting people on the spot like that. So,
No.
but like, I'm a big fan of Gary Vaynerchuk, and you know, I like the way he always says he's just documenting.
Yeah.
That's far easier than selling to me. So
Yeah.
that's I've started to make my content and my videos. You know, it's less in your face. It's a little bit more gentle.
Right.
People can just come along and follow the journey. Some people might want to see you fail, and they might follow you for that reason. But
Right.
most people want to see you succeed.
Yeah.
But over time, you're building up that little bit of relationship, and maybe they'll work with you in 3 months or 4 months.
Yep.
You have to keep turning up.
Yep.
Because you have you have a decent sized YouTube channel. Obviously, did you grow that with the previous company?
USI Tech. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of crazy because I did this one video and I don't know how I ended up getting so many people viewing it, but it just blew up. And I that's how I got all my subscribers is through YouTube,
But
you know?
that's how people. That's I think that's a big reason why people stop doing YouTube, because they might make 10 videos and get no views,
Hmm.
but they're just the building blocks for.
Yes.
But sometimes you just upload it at the right time and it gets picked up by the
Yep.
algorithm, and it just takes off.
Right.
And it could be just that one little keyword
That
that
yep.
no one has used.
Yep.
And that's it.
Yep. Yeah. And so I got a lot of subscribers that way. Um and so I just yeah, I guess I just need to start again, and start doing more videos like that again.
Actually, for anyone watching, if you're watching this on my channel or Jennifer's, hit the like button and subscribe, because you're going to see more. Just a little plug there.
Yep.
But no, 'cause I actually, because I don't normally look up the people that are coming on, but because Michelle nominated you, I was like, I don't even know who this lady is. And it was only when I looked her up, I was like, I've seen her videos before. And then
Awesome.
I checked out your channel, and I was like, oh crap, this is like a real like video person. Like,
Oh,
this is weird. I get terribly nervous before I do these. Um, so yeah, I was all day. I was going, oh crap, I hope I can get through this.
what? Oh my gosh. No, it's not even like that.
No, you're lovely.
Ah, thank you.
um, but no, because I've only been focused at YouTube for a couple of weeks now.
Hmm.
I used to upload like those little training videos, but
Hmm.
I never knew how to tag them properly, or how to how to write a descriptive title.
Yeah.
So YouTube didn't really pick them up. They got picked up from like the teams using them and stuff like that.
Okay.
I've gotten it a bit better now. Um, so the channel is slowly growing, and I think it's half being consistent, half learning how to kind of tag and use descriptive
Yep.
uh,
Yep.
kind of keywords.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to keep hammering out the videos and see what
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah. That's all you can do. And I actually started following this one lady. What is her name? Sunny something. But she's a really big YouTube. Um, I mean, she has a ton of subscribers, like in the 20 some thousand or maybe more than that. But she's got a lot of helpful videos on how to set up your YouTube channel and how to get subscribers. And so I've been just kind of,
I think I know her. She got like curly hair.
she's got blonde. No, it's not curly, it's
Oh,
straight.
I'm never
Yeah.
looking.
Yeah. But I've been learning some tips from her. I actually got to follow through with some of the advice, but how to set up your channel, and there's a lot of
Yeah,
different
that's
settings and stuff too, I
yeah.
think.
It's actually something that I was going to say to you, because in your about page, you don't have a description, or
Yeah.
all that metadata helps.
All that little detail. It's just like it takes so much time but once you set it up once, it's just done, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Just got to do it. I know. Yeah.
You will. You will. After this, you'll be pumped.
I will. I'm pumped.
Oh, I actually don't like that. That whole pump thing. I Sometimes when people say they're real pumped, it's the fakest thing ever. I was like, you're not. You're just
I
waiting for the
am.
phone call.
I am. I'm pumped. Can't you tell?
I can tell. I can tell. Um, is there anything else you'd like to talk about?
Um, I don't
I think
know.
there's a question I've asked most of my guests. And it's a little bit on the spot. So because show is about kind of breaking through those barriers, is there anything that people don't know about you that you'd kind of let go now?
That don't know about me. I mean, I I guess I don't know. You wouldn't know, but I am a very shy person. I guess I don't appear to be, but I am. Like it. If if I were to go to a party, let's say, I would be the one to not really talk to anybody. I'm
I
like, I would rather have somebody come and talk to me and have a one-on-one conversation, but I'm
yeah,
trying to get out of that.
it's nice to take in the information because you need to know how far you can push with some people. So
Yeah.
it'd be the same in new circles. I'd be like, I'll just hang back here and see what's
Yeah.
going on.
Yep. Yeah. So I'm trying to push myself to be more extroverted or more sociable, but it's hard. It's really hard.
No, but you definitely don't come across as shy.
I get that. I mean, yeah, like on video, I don't appear that way, but in actual like crowds, I am.
Yeah. No, but I understand that because I always get because obviously I am terrified of video.
Mhm.
And actually, this one's probably been, I'm at my calmest probably on this one. But like, I've been like, I'd be having vape and give me a minute and we'll start. And then people just, yeah, you really get nervous. I'm like, yeah, I really do. And then, but once you start, you have to just kind of muddle along through it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when people only see the after, the produced video, they go, "You're
Yeah.
not at all." I'm like, yeah, I am. I it's my T-shirt. Thanks.
Well, you did good. You don't seem, you know, at all nervous. I think
No,
you did fine.
I think a big part of this is the actual guest because obviously we don't script them.
Right.
Um, like some people will come on and just hammer home business. Other people
Mhm.
are like to get more personal,
Mhm.
and that's why I think it's always best not to script it because you want to get a look
Yep.
at the actual person, not
Yep.
something that's been fabricated.
Yep. Yeah.
But you've been lovely. I'm really delighted that you've come on. I know it is New Year's Eve when we're recording this, and
Yep.
it's a busy day, and you're a mom. I'm sure that the kids are going to be home soon looking for their sandwiches, and because it's hard when you're a parent and you're trying
It
to squeeze
is.
everything in.
It is. Yeah. I know I struggle some nights because it's like by the time the kids go to bed or whatever and I get my finally my quiet time, I'm struggling myself to just keep awake to, you know, do what I want to do and
Yeah,
it's
I
hard.
showers. I have
What's
two.
that?
I use cold showers. I have like two cold
Cold
showers.
showers?
Because I'll only sleep for maybe if I get 5 hours sleep in 24 hours. I'm like that was a great sleep.
That's yes. Yep,
Yeah,
and that's probably that describes me as well. It's like I'm only getting maybe about 5 hours, and
yeah.
that's a good night's sleep for me.
That's like wow. I had a lie on.
Yeah, I
Feel
know,
good.
right?
No, yeah, it's cold showers all the way for me. Just
Yeah,
otherwise I would be asleep right now.
yeah, yeah.
But no,
So, well, I appreciate you asking me to come on, or Michelle too, for suggesting I come on.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's actually a kind of a good way to get guests because a lot of people don't want to put themselves forward.
Yep.
We've kind of created a little train here, so you're more than welcome to go back and call someone out. If
Okay.
there's no pressure, you don't have to. But
Yeah.
if you have someone in mind, or maybe someone on your own team that you'd like to encourage to jump on.
Sure. Okay. Well, great.
All
We'll get
right.
some rest.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have a little pizza party, and Ashley's become a bit of a streamer for the games. She's getting into this blogging stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, I think we're gonna go do some of that, and then that's. I think I've rubbed off on her a bit with YouTube and stuff. She's like, "Yeah, I could do that too, but I could do it better." She's like, "You sure you can?"
Awesome. That's good.
Well, it's there's a lot of I worry about it because there's an awful lot of weirdos online.
There is. I know. Yeah.
Um, So even when she's streaming, I'm keep a very close eye on the chats and
Oh,
uh,
yeah.
watching the messages coming in.
Right.
Scary. Didn't have anything like that when I was a kid.
Oh, I know. There's so many. I was just talking about that. Like there's just it's just so different now than the way or when we were growing up, and so many more concerns and I don't know.
Yeah.
It's very concerning.
It makes me nervous. That's like I have an app on my phone, and so is Ashley's mom. That we can obviously when Ashley gets a message on like the Xbox, then like, we see it too. Just as try and stay in the loop, and it's
Mhm.
I'll even like because Ashley does all these voice messages.
Mhm.
Actually stop talking to people you don't know. I was like,
Mhm.
out your friends, that's totally cool, but
Mhm.
it's different. It scares the life out of me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I suppose that's a dad's job, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, there's always going to be that concern and stuff um but but you also have to in a way. I mean, some parents are so protective that they don't allow their kids to experience life, that when they grow up, they don't know how to take care of themselves
Yeah, yeah,
because parents are so protective, you know?
yeah,
So there's that boundary. I mean, yes, you definitely want to be protective, but you also don't want to be so protective that they don't learn life skills.
yeah. But I think if you put your foot down and it's a massive no, you're really only driving them to want it more. But if
Yeah.
you engage in it as well,
Yeah.
it's a lot more open.
Yes.
I used to when I was younger, I used to be a bit of a gamer, so me and Ashley can I understand the game and kind of talk. Well,
Yeah.
apart I had to go learn about Minecraft and Fortnite. I didn't understand it. But now we'll sit down and she's like, if you get two obsidian blocks and you put it with this, it makes this. I'm like, yeah, I know. Yeah, I had to go. I went and learned that, so I actually just understand what was going on.
Right.
It's nice. We have a little bond over it now, so it's
That's
just
cool.
something else to add to the pot.
Yep. Very cool.
Anyway, I don't want to keep
Well,
you rambling.
yeah. Enjoy your evening. Happy New Year.
You too, and thanks so much for coming on,
Yeah.
guys. If you're watching this on Facebook, on YouTube, wherever it is, please leave some feedback. There's going to be a link underneath this video if you're watching on my channel. Go check out Jennifer's. Subscribe. She's going to be doing a weekly video minimum because I'll be checking and keep up to date with her. All right, guys. Thanks very much. Jennifer, thanks very much for coming on. Really appreciate it. And guys, I will see you next week on A Look Behind the Post. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.